Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve problem number 6 from NeetCode 150, which is encode and decode strings. Let's understand the problem statement. Design an algorithm to encode a list of strings to a single string. The encoded string is then decoded back to the original list of strings. Please implement encode and decode. Constraints: str's length varies from 0 to 100 and strs of I dot length varies from 0 to 200. So string strs of I contains only UTF-8 characters. Okay. Recommended time and space complexity. You should aim for a solution with order of m time for each encode and decode call, and order of m plus n space, where m is the sum of length of all the strings and n is the number of strings. Okay. So aim for a solution with order of m time. Means m represents the sum of the length of all the strings. Suppose in this particular list of strings, they have given, let's say, assume that 3 strings. So each string might have contained some length, right? So this particular time should be the sum of all the list of strings. Okay. Which means, suppose, let's say, need, code, love, you. So this is the list of string. Then the time complexity should be, so 4, 8, 12, and 15. So which means that is like this order of m. Order of m represents the sum of length of all the strings. Okay, so this is the time complexity, expected time complexity, and the space complexity is order of m plus n. N is the number of strings. So let's so what we so basically in this particular encode string, they'll give us the list of strings, right? We will need to prepare one encode string, and that encoded string it will be sent or stored, right? It means it will either stored in a particular uh, system, or it will be transferred to some other system, right? So this is the purpose of this formatting this particular list of strings. Basically, we will be preparing the encoded string. So we will be designing an algorithm which will generate an encoded string, and also we will need to design an algorithm which will take the design an algorithm for this decode function. So so that algorithm will take the encoded string as the input, and it'll the algorithm should give me the original list that I used to prepare this particular encoded string, right? So the encode function takes list of string and returns encoded string, right? So how the encoded string is built? How the encoded string is built? Based on our algorithm, right? Okay. Then decode function. So decode function take the encoded string, returns the original list of string. So again, how this particular original list of string is built based on our decode algorithm, right? So this is based on our encode algorithm. Similarly, how this similarly how the original string is built, how the original list of string is built, it is based on our decode algorithm, right? So we will need to basically design this algorithm in such a way that the encode function will clearly return the encoded string, and the decode function should have the capable of decoding it and producing the original list of string as its output, right? So this is the target. This is the task. Okay. And we know that strs of I contains the UTF-8 characters, right? So it it may contain special characters also, right? So it will contain all the possible UTF-8 characters, right? So it's not that it will contain only alphabets or numbers or special characters. It will contain all the UTF-8 characters. Okay. So let me take this example one. Example one, right? So 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 what I will be doing, encoding algorithm, right? Encoding algorithm, encode. So for encode function, what we will be doing is, okay, we will be iterating this particular ST or S of I, right? First index is what? Well, zeroth index contains neat, right? So neat is of length 4, right? Similarly, code is of length 4 and love is of length 4 and u is of length 3. Okay, fine. So how we will be preparing the encoded string is that. So we will be preparing, like we will be adding, okay, 4 and hash, okay, and then 4 hash, then again 4 hash, then again 3 hash. That's it. So this is our encoded string. This is our encoded string. You may be asking like why you are using hash character, right? So I'm using this particular special character. You can also use any special character that you'd like, but here I used hash character, right, to prepare this encoded string. Okay. And then so this is a simple thing, like I'll be using the original string, I'll be using the original string length, and I'll also use the append character. I will use the what? So length of the string plus hash character plus string. So this is how I prepared this encoded string, right? So this is very simple. Let's focus on let's discuss how the encode decode algorithm needs to be designed, right? Okay. So what we will be doing is, okay, what we will need to do, we need to first our first string, right? So basically decode function will return list of string, right? So it should take string one by one to add that into our list, right? So first string is neat. How I can able to know that, okay, this, so I need to somehow get this particular length, right? Then I can easily apply I can easily use the substring method to specifically cut this particular string into its encoded string, right? Let's say if I so I will be basically finding this particular length, right? First step, I'll be finding this particular length. Then based on this particular length, right? Based on this particular length, I'll be cut the, like I will apply the substring function to cut the specific string from the original encoded, sorry, not original, from the encoded string. That's it. But how I will be getting, so if I get the length, then it's very easy to apply the substring function to cut the specific string. But how to get this particular length? It may be possible that my string length may contain some 156 also, some 190 or so, some 200 also. But how can I able to get this particular exact length, right? So that's why I'm using this character hash, right? So initially I will be at the 0th index. When I fetch the index of hash, I'll be getting 1, right? Which means 0 to 0 has the length. So substring of 0, 1 has the value of the string that I'm looking for, has the length of the value of the string that I'm looking for, right? So yeah, so this is how we will be fetching this particular length value. Once I find the length, that is very much easy to cut the substring. Sorry, cut the specific string from the encoded string. So, okay, so for getting this particular length of the substring, we will be, sorry, for getting the particular length of the string items, right? From string item, we will be using this particular hash character. I hope it's clear. Let's just code this particular thing. Whatever we have discussed, let's implement it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one string builder, like encoded string. So as I already specified, we will be iterating this particular input list, and we will be creating this particular encoded string. What we will be doing, encoded string dot append of str dot length, and then encoded string dot append of character, and then encoded string dot append of original string. That's it. Return encoded string dot toString. This much is the encode algorithm. Decode algorithm. Decode algorithm, what we will be doing is, okay, list of string. This is strs is equal to new array list. Return strs, like original string, right? Okay. So first what we will be doing is, initially we will be at this particular 0th index, right? So int n is equal to str dot length. While index is less than n, this loop will be executed, right? So first what I will be, I need a length, right? So for that, what I will be doing is int hash index. Let me give this as name, this name. So hash index equal to str dot index of hash starts from my original index, right? So initially, I'll be at 0th index. So from here, in this particular place, what is the index of hash? So I will get this this position, right? 1. So I'll be getting 1 here. After that, what I will be doing, I will need the length. For fetching this length, what I will be doing is length equal to str dot substring of index comma hash index. So this is string, but this contains the integer value actually. So we can use this integer dot value of method to get the particular length. Fine. So now I got the length as well. Now I know the length as well. It's very much easy to cut this particular length, right? Strs dot add of, what we will be doing, str dot substring of. We basically need to extract, like after the hash index, the original string value, original string index starts, right? So that's why we are using hash index plus 1. Okay, we know the length, right? So hash index plus 1 plus the length value, right? So in this way, we can able to successfully cut the particular original string from the encoded string. Fine. Now we will need to increment the index value so that we will be starts from. So if after the incrementing the index value will be this one, right? So 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So second iteration, index value will be 6, right? So first iteration, index value is 0. Second iteration, index value is 6. So again, this loop will execute. From 6, what is the index of hash? I'll be getting 7. Then I'll be applying this integer or value of method. In this place, I'll be getting again length value as 4. Again, I'll be extracting the particular original string from the encoded string using the substring function. And I add the particular extracted string into the original list. That's it, guys. Let me check this implementation. Let's see whether it's. Why am I getting this thing? str dot index of, did I try now? Fine. So let me also specify the time complexity as well as the space complexity. So in this place, the time complexity is order of m, where m is the sum of the length of all the input string. That's it. And space complexity is also same order of m. Here also the time and space complexity is order of, here the time complexity is order of m. Here also, here where m is the length of str. And space complexity is also order of m plus n. Let me run this, submit this code. Hope this should succeed. Yeah. So that's it. So if you have any queries, like in this place, I mentioned time complexity is order of m, right? Means I'm completely iterating this particular str, right? So here m represents the length of this particular str, right? Space complexity, basically, I'm storing all this particular str into my list value, right? That's why the space complexity is order of m. Here, where m is the length of str. That's it. Thank you for watching.